Okay, let's see. What are my views of racism and race relations in Clarksdale? Um, Clarksdale's real interesting that way because there's such a, um, a mixture of people, and it's primarily black and white, and there's such a long history here that um, uh, started in the slavery days, went through the Civil War, Reconstruction, sharecropping. I think the Delta as a whole mostly experienced sharecropping, but the America at large has a stained history, I guess, because people were viewed as not as they were described in the Constitution, where all people are created equal and have equal opportunity for freedom thereof. So there was that very difficult dichotomy to bridge in our history, and that's happened in different manners in different parts of the country. I was born and raised in Colorado, and the people that were the major counterpart to the European influence in Colorado were by and large gone when I was a kid. That is Native American. Um, where I grew up, did not have to go through the kinds of um, level of experience, real life experience that occurs between bridging that history in terms of people living, working, and recreating with each other, people of different racial histories. So I see a lot of good stuff happening in Clarksdale because people do live here and they do live together side by side on the same street and work together in the same workplaces. And you see great leaps being made in places like the Delta Blues Museum and in Walmart, where everyone is created or treated equally, and everyone's money is accepted equally. And in the casinos too, I think, to some degree. Then there's incredible backwards places. Such as what I've heard, I don't know this personally, but in the country club and in the schools, which are still so visibly segregated, in the churches as well. And but I don't view the churches as a negative place, much the opposite. However, they're still segregated primarily. So there's people keep to themselves in some way, and then there are these places that there's a lot of sharing and mixing going on. So I would say that the racial relations are far advanced here than they are in my hometown, Evergreen, Colorado, where people have not had the opportunity to live with people of different racial history and background. And so that's the benefit of having to go through it. So there's the difficulty and then there's the benefit. And Clarksdale has both. Places we can improve, forget the past, and go to the future. Past is past. That's easy to say, of course, but that's all it takes. Start each day new, just in the same way that God gave us each day to begin again. Every day is a new day. Let's see, from a business perspective, what would be the best way to move Clarksdale forward? I think we need to explore new business models and forget the old industrial agricultural models, which Clarksdale is based on. Some of them are good. People still need food, and we have this bountiful land that produces great things for the county and the community. which in turn turns into taxes and helps the town out. But they're in the global economy. We need to pay more attention to what we need here in Clarksdale. And one of those big things is growing our own food. We have this, we live in the richest, could be the richest soil in the world, and we could grow anything we want to grow. So why not grow our own food? And why not employ people who are not employed in growing the food? Human beings just need a few things to survive and be happy. And one of the most important, of course, is food. The other is shelter, water. So I think it would be good to think less globally, economically. I think it would be good for Clarksdale to think less globally and more locally when it comes to those basic survival needs. It'd be good for our health as a community, for each individual's health, and good for the long-term health of our economy. Let's see, what would I like viewers to know about me, my business, or anything significant? Let's see, Clarksdale, the greater Delta region. We think that the service we offer is important. If you live in the Delta, you really don't know the Delta until you've experienced the Mississippi River. And the best way to experience a river is at canoe level. And not everyone wants to get in the canoe. That's a given. But we've been doing it safely for 10 years. And I would like to encourage you to try that sometime. Everyone that we've had on the river, almost without exception, I can say 99% of the people we've had on the river have had an incredible experience. So you're missing out if you haven't experienced a river in that kind of close way. The other ways to do it, not everyone's getting a canoe. So the other ways to do it, go to the sandbar, go to one of the beautiful landings. Yeah, the steamboat. It's no longer in operation. They're shutting down the Mississippi Queen Steamboat Company because of lack of people this year. So that's you can't even do that anymore. So yeah, the river created this landscape. Why not get to know it better and appreciate it in its own environment? Let's see. In our business, we are in downtown Clarksdale, but we paddle anywhere on the lower Mississippi River, from Cairo, Illinois, down to St. Francisville, Louisiana. So we have the river. We have 44 miles of the Mississippi here on the western boundary of Coahoma County. And the state of Mississippi is endowed with 440 miles from from Memphis, Tennessee, from the border just south of Memphis, all the way down to south of Natchez, down near Fort Adams. So we have a great stretch of river. Mississippians, you should get out there and enjoy it. And yeah, I guess I really don't have anything else to say.